Well, I just finished putting a handle on my Hercules, so now it's time to put a handle on the Osprey. Mr. Hunter recommends a 15-inch handle. That's what they sell it with. I bought it unhandled. There's its overall length is 8 inches. He says there's 6 inches sticking out. Well, I found a piece of wood that I've had since the mid-70s. In 1974, Karen and I were married, so we've got 45 years coming up here in a couple of weeks. We moved into married student housing. It was one room. I mean, you could sit on the sofa, which is the bed, pulled out into the bed and reach the refrigerator, and then there was a bathroom. It was amazing, but we had no furniture. I mean, we were just dirt poor. So there was this old abandoned farm, and on this farm was a huge chunk of wood. It was at least 13, 14 inches wide. And we had bought a base to a old treadle sewing machine at a flea market for a couple of bucks. And we had a TV, you know, one of those 19-inch giant heavy things, and nothing to put it on. So I went out there with a handsaw and started chopping on this piece of wood, and to this length. I kept that wood all these years. I thought it was pine, but it turned out to be oak. And I was going to make some legs for a table out of it, but the other pieces are just too checkered and shattered. But I know this wood for a fact is 45 years old. When I cut it, it's got really tight grain, and I think it's going to make a beautiful handle here. This is one hard piece of wood. So I've got a nut right here, and this is I want this end to be where the tool is. This is really highly figured. I love it. I'm going to put some epoxy in here and let it dry really well. Got to go see Libby's dance recital here in a minute. Using my 5-minute epoxy. It's 1500, whatever that means. And I've darkened it with embossing powder, black embossing powder from Hobby Lobby. I could have put a dam up here, maybe I should have, but I didn't. I don't think it's going to go very far. I'll be back. I'm back. Still plenty tight. Well, if you're still watching, I had trouble with the video inserting the tool into the handle. The battery was dead, but it wasn't easy. This is white oak, and this was made to such precision that when I put it in the hole, it was like a piston. The epoxy did lubricate it, but I was not able to put it all the way to the bottom. If I do this again, and I'm sure I will, I need to drill a little weep hole before I start the process down at the bottom of that 2-inch hole. It doesn't have to be big, less than 1/16 of an inch, but this was acting as a piston, and I know that this is only inserted about 1 3/4 of an inch instead of the 2 inches. I held it in there, but by the time I was able to get my drill ready and to put a little weep hole in there, the epoxy had set up. It's in there very firmly, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Very nice feel in the hand. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm sure I will soon. If you're still watching, thanks for hanging in there, and thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing, ringing that bell, and doing all that other social media stuff we're supposed to do for each other. Thanks.